we see him dressed almost like John Wick.
Oh, is it wine?
Long... No, tea. I think it's tea or coffee.
I would love it. It would suit his style, I think, if that was a glass of red wine there. Fantastic.
That could be another difference between online chess and or chess. Over the board, you're not allowed to drink, but who knows? Online chess, you can drink anything they want. Okay, meanwhile, Radjabov does play the first move while Carlsen was not quite ready. Okay, Teimour Radjabov opens the game with his queen's pawn. Radjabov is famous for being able to serve with both hands. He can open the game with his king's pawn, queen's pawn. He's equally adept at both. Meanwhile, we do see the queen's gambit opening. The queen's gambit declined. Magnus Carlsen not trying to grab a pawn at this early stage in the game. If you accept the gambit, you often have to let your opponent gain some central space. So very solid stuff. We've now transposed.
Not a queen's gambit, David.
Not anymore.
And it's got into one of the sharpest lines there is in the queen's pawn opening.
Yep, it could end up being the Botvinnik variation or the Moscow variation of the Slav. Let's see what Magnus Carlsen does here. Okay, he plays a solid move. If Magnus Carlsen had been greedy and played pawn takes pawn, we would have seen chaos, some sharp, well-known theory that's been established over the last 50, 60 years of chess history. Meanwhile, we see a bit more of a maneuvering game. So kind of a hybrid of the Queen's Gambit and the Slav defense.
Yes, I think it's kind of very similar to the Capablanca system, I think, in the Queen's Gambit decline. In fact, I used to play this system with the black pieces quite a lot because I didn't have the courage to take the pawn and just memorize those complications. So instead, I just took the easy way out. And for maybe about 2 years, this was like my calling card. And I would stubbornly persist with this variation, and I would play this against all manner of grandmasters. And I must say, the results were okay actually. But they would criticize me. They go, "You play passive. Why you play like this?"
Yeah.
I would go, "Because I'm lazy."
Are you calling Magnus Carlsen lazy now by playing the same opening?
No, not at all. Well, my reasons for playing this was slightly different from Magnus. But I'm quite interested in how this will develop because, you know,
it doesn't really matter, you're placing. So when I saw that we both had +2, then obviously there's no point risking. I mean, if we face each other in the qualification, if we both qualify, then we'll definitely be all out for blood. But at this stage, it's much more important to be safe. And yeah, you mentioned Levon. It doesn't feel like he's an American yet.
It'll take some time.
Yeah, it's still very fresh in my mind that he's an Armenian.
Yeah. All right. Well, finally, Wesley, we followed also your first game today, and I know it changed to summertime in the US, so it was a little bit later start for you, but still, we saw you shaving, and we had so many fun puns from the viewers as well, that you had a razor sharp position and you were playing razor sharp. Did you have little time in the morning today?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, generally in the preliminaries I try to make the game as complicated as possible. Sometimes it backfires. I should avoid doing that in camera, but...
No, we're so entertained by that, and it was so many fun comments from the viewers about the razor sharp positions and so on.
I think there's a lot of nervous energy for all the players here, especially for those who are somewhere in the middle of the standings or the bottom. And so that's one of my stress relief factors.
Well, it's working perfectly, Wesley. Thank you for joining us, and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you. Very excited.
So are we. Thank you, Wesley. All right, well, fantastic to talk to Wesley. So we had a fantastic day, and I'm wondering, David, so many moves here. Is this a razor sharp position?
This is the opposite of razor sharp right now. The players are playing so quickly because I think they're just waiting to find a way to make a draw. If we just look at the position, same number of pawns, same number of pieces, opposite colour bishops as well. White's bishop on light squares, black's bishop on dark squares. The rook's about to come off the board. Everything's going to cancel each other out.
Yeah, and it's going to come here, and we're going to see basically the game. And just, chess is like that. Chess can just simply finish in a draw, and nothing to be done.
There we go.
And the game is over. And I think it was very important for Radjabov not to lose, because he had a bit of a disaster, a little bit of a slip. He lost 2 games today, and